gonna give in now. I think gonna live this now. I think gonna be man, I'ma kill this stuff real quick. I'ma go take it to town, cause I gotta be that king in the ring when I'm knocking them out when I'm back with the whip. Cause I am just up on the journey. Just know that I'm just going insane.
Warriors, rise. They're going to outlaw crypto? What the hell is going on? My name is Coach JB. I am the top health, mindset, crypto, and business coach in the world. And what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. And if you haven't checked it out, check out 3twarrior.com. You'll see it right down here on the bottom of the video, or click the description down below to check out our Warrior Academy. Cryptocurrency, access to my portfolio, exit strategy, and we're all launching together in our 120-day challenge on September 12th to get us through the holidays, to get us ready for 2023, the greatest time in human history. So let's dive into it. So what is going on in the crypto space, Warriors? It is like an emotion, that thing on TikTok, emotional damage, right? So it's just in a wild, wild journey. That's why in the cryptocurrency ecosystem that we've created, it's long-term, fundamental, looking at real world solves, leadership teams. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at the news, scaring the shit out of people. And then we're going to look at the facts, figures, numbers, logic of what's happening within the government, right? Remember, the government went from cryptocurrency as an absolute fraud. It's not going anywhere to now Bitcoin's going to be a commodity. It's going to be regulated under the CFTC through the Senator Lummis bill, which we're going to listen to them specifically talking about that. And then we're going to watch something from the World Economic Forum where they're talking about basically distributed ledger technology wars. Remember, Ripple is connected to the World Economic Forum. Here's what I think is going to happen. Yes, a lot of cryptos are going to get smashed. Now, if you haven't watched the interview that I did with Jimmy Ballet on Monday, it's interesting. Would they buy back our XRP for $35,750? I think that's what it is, right? Basically, that's the valuation of XRP. He's not saying that they are going to do that or that is going to be the value when the token goes up. They're saying that is the value if XRP ran all the money in the world, and it has the ability to do that. It's the only thing that has the ability to do that. And to me, that's why I've been so bullish on it for such a long time, because when I found out what it does and the ability and the utility that it has, I was like, holy crap, this currency could fix the economic system. But remember, XRP was never designed for us. So there's this weird, delicate balance of, will they buy it back? They bought back gold, but the problem was when they bought back gold, they outlawed gold and they bought it back from the public. They lowballed the living shit out of them. But imagine a world if you had 1,000 XRP and they bought it back for $10 and you bought it at 30 cents. Imagine if you had 10,000 XRP and they bought it back for $10. You're going to do pretty well and probably have more money than you've ever had in your life. So just things to think about, right? So don't get caught in the FUD and the bullshit. I believe I'm invested in some of the best digital assets in the world. It's not just XRP, XLM, CRO, Ethereum, VeChain, some of the top ones that I have out there. QNT, I've been getting into that recently, connecting Web 2.0 to Web 3.0. But let's dive into it, Warriors. So the interesting stuff, July 20th, 2022, crypto may become outlawed. Billionaire investor issues stark crypto prediction as price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Solana, Cardano, and Luna, and Dogecoin rebound, right? After a roller coaster start in July, crypto assets have another glimmer of hope. It's going to be rocky as shit. Just be ready, Warriors. Don't get caught up in all this crap. It's going to be up and down. Last week, Forbes picked the brain of Thomas Peterfree, the billionaire founder of Interactive Brokers, about where the market is headed. Asked about crypto, Peterfree expressed grave concerns over regulation and inflation, which can squash digital assets, which there's a lot of truth to that, okay? What he's saying is, now this gentleman, I had it pulled up. Dang it. I took it down. Sorry about that. I dove into his investment. So he runs, and please don't quote me on this. I'm going to try to do it off my top of my head and my brain, my research. He owns a, not an exchange, but something in the digital world. It's a digital world, but it's not cryptocurrency. But I guarantee his exchange or his digital thing will end up doing crypto. I think chances are very high that crypto will become worthless or outlawed. And I agree with some of that in regards to a lot of the cryptocurrencies, just like the .com boom. So a lot of them will get fucking shut down, a lot of with regulation. So let's unpack what he's saying. with regulation, a lot of the cryptocurrencies are going to get smashed. They won't be able to survive this. Think about that. Look what's happening to these exchanges that didn't have the proper leadership teams, that their CFO allowed them to get over leveraged like crazy. They're all screwed, right? But Coinbase is going to survive this, and I'm going to share that in just a moment. Coinbase is connected to the banking cartel, right? So do I believe that cryptocurrency is going to get outlawed? No, absolutely not. I think that some cryptocurrencies are going to make it out of the thousands and thousands of crypto. I think there'll be a top 100 probably. And your job is to try to pick some winners and losers. And if you pick a couple winners, you'll probably be in pretty damn good shape. But let's see what's happening with Senator Lummis Gillibrand on bringing regulatory clarity to cryptocurrency, which is wild. This was on Bloomberg Live, and only 22 people had watched it when I watched this after like 24 hours, which trips me out. So listen, this is Senator Lummis is going to be speaking in just a moment, and let's listen to what she has to say. So they're the ones that are doing their round robin and trying to work with the bipartisan to get crypto regulation up and running.
So most of my colleagues were fairly alarmed with the different market impacts over the last couple of months. And the number one question is, does this regulation either prevent that or improve transparency and accountability? Does it improve safety and soundness? Does it improve consumer protections? And obviously the answer is yes. That's why we wrote the bill. And so there's additional interest now because they've seen that this is something that's important to do, that consumers are not being protected today. There's no oversight and accountability, and there are no rules of the road. And so there's more urgency now, and also more of a sense that this is something we need to do, and it's timely.
And in the case of the bankruptcy, there was not even an understanding on Capitol Hill of the difference between a payment stablecoin and a algorithmic stablecoin. In the case of a payment stablecoin, our bills would provide that they either be issued by an FDIC insured banking institution or 100% asset backed by hard assets.
Boom, boom. Been talking about this. Once they bring it under the original banking system, the OG banking system, which the OCC already said that federally chartered thrifts and banks can custody your cryptocurrency. And then when they have it backed by an actual asset, maybe like gold, back to the gold standard, right? Then yes, cryptocurrency will be the best thing in human history. And is it ironic that when Senator Lummis' bill came out and Janet Yellen was sitting up there, Tweety Bird was sitting up there, talking about stablecoin regulation at the exact same time, Terra Luna comes collapsing down. It's not safe. So we're going to make it safe for you.
In order to prevent a run on the stablecoin and hence a bankruptcy like we recently saw. So I think there's a comfort level forming among people who ask us, how would your bill address these issues? And we have answers. And people can see that if our bill were in effect today, that there would be a way to address some of the problems that were created and that failed to protect consumers when this market is running without a statutory framework or regulation.
All right, there we go. From the horse's mouth. Okay, they're out there doing their little round robin. Okay, let's take a look now. So now we're going to move over to the World Economic Forum. You guys know I'm a big, I was about to say fan of the World Economic Forum. That would not be the right word. A big studier of the World Economic Forum. Listen to what she says.
By 2025 is really a call of action that we need.
Before we continue, everybody keeps talking about 2025 when it comes to the new digital economy.
We have seen a lot of very encouraging public and commitments from government and industry. So are the tools and products being created to do this. Now, on the digital financial inclusion front, we need not only digital inclusion, but really a set of what I call public goods that together will assure inclusion, stability, and business sustainability. Too often, the digital infrastructure and policies are considered in different silos, but really, these public goods work best actually together. Some unlock digital access by expanding, for example, connectivity or agent networks into new areas. Other public goods make markets work better for customers through fair competition and interoperable payment systems, for example. And some others protect the financial system and its users by strengthening data privacy, cybersecurity, consumer protection, digital and financial literacy. Some will be provided by governments and others by the private sector. But in any way, there will have to be a collective effort. We've actually seen interoperable payment systems now coming up in many, many countries. Some of them we've known. The India case is a very, very good one. A system basically supports high number of small value transactions are unlikely to be developed without government encouragement and innovation and incentive. But then we need to have them, because if we don't have that, the small transactions and the poor and the women and the smaller farmers, we're never going to be able to come in.
Boom. You're hearing the same narrative over and over again, Warriors. Over and over again, the same narrative. Distributed ledger technology, speed of payments. They're literally telling you where we're going, okay? So she mentioned India, right? So India. So we know that Ripple, India's federal bank team on cross-border payments. Federal Bank in India has partnered with blockchain payments company Ripple to facilitate cross-border payments, according to reports. Federal Bank confirms a collaboration and announcement to the Bombay Stock Exchange on Thursday, March 28th. This was back in 2019. This is to inform Federal Bank has entered into a partnership with Ripple Incorporated, a blockchain support global remittance company for cross-border payments through its network. The announcement said, powered by blockchain-enabled solutions, the Ripple platform ensures cross-border payment transactions much more safe and much more secure. They've been talking about financial inclusion, even playing field, Warriors. Slowly, methodically, all the information that the amazing XRP community and Xrparmy and all the influencers out there have been bringing to you is coming to fruition faster than we could ever imagine. And I just wanted to bring this up. Ripple launches on-demand liquidity with SBI remittance to accelerate and grow cross-border payments from Japan. SBI and Ripple, I think SBI is 60%, Ripple owns 40% of it, whereas it's a dominant force. The ISO 20220 tokens are going to be part of the ecosystem. I don't know how it's going to all play out, but they are going to be part. Algorand, XRP, XLM, R3 is with Wells Fargo. Consensus is with JP Morgan, which is Ethereum. You have Ripple specifically has Bank of America has it in their patent. We're going to repeat the same things over and over again because repeatedly gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. And I want you guys to see this really quickly. Coinbase says it has no exposure to bankrupt firms Celsius, Voyager, and the Three Arrows Capital. But we know that, and I want your guys' feedback and comment below. I remember when we were reporting this back in the past, and you guys are amazing researchers. Down here, wasn't the digital currency group, wasn't Coinbase on their subsidiaries? Am I missing something? Weren't they in this spot right here? Like they're gone now. Like, are they not a subsidiary anymore? I mean, there's so much pressure because Coinbase was connected to the digital currency group. Am I missing something? Do you guys remember that? Are we in the Mandela effect right now? I swear, I got to go. I always just go back to my videos because I remember Coinbase was a subsidiary, but there was so much pressure when we were talking about it as influencers, and they're not on there anymore. Maybe, am I missing something? Or, maybe comment below. Do you guys remember seeing Coinbase as a subsidiary? Or maybe I'm just like, my brain is not remembering it correctly. But anyways, Mandela effect. All right. And the Blockchain Association, they're connected. If you go back here, everything is all interconnected, Warriors. I mean, TCG Group is right here in the Blockchain Association. Where are they at here? You got crypto.com, you got Digital Currency Group, you have Ripple in here, you got Kraken. Let's see, what else did we got? And now this is just anybody can be on here. I believe Solana can apply to be on this, but Uniswap. So there's so many connections going out there. Again, we've talked about this July 12th, 2022, the BIS Innovation Hub, the CBDC Challenge, which launches October. So Ripple made the top 100, right? But they made the top 100 in the short list or whatever. And my beard's looking rough. And the top short 100, but also within their category, I think they're in the top 5 winners for the October G20 summit, and they'll be making the announcement of the G20 regulation, ironically. I think we can understand within the next 6 months, we're going to have a lot of information, Warriors. And I think the Ripple case is going to extend all the way until the regulation is set in. And I believe it's all by design. Now, what if they do buy your Ripple back, your XRP back? I mean, I'd like to give you all sides of it. We had John Deaton on here, and then I'm going to do a video on it tomorrow of how they're pushing back. I'll show you guys really quickly this stuff right here. Like the SEC letter, they're pushing back on John Deaton and all the people that are trying to, the public that is going after the SEC for wrongdoing, right? And so they're pushing back because I guess people within the community are threatening people, blah, blah, blah. It's getting wild. All I'm saying is this is getting wild. This is going to be one of the biggest financial cases in human history. We get to be part of it, which is so, so, so cool. But remember, put your long-term hat on, diamond hands, don't trip, buy the dip, hold the line, hold on like a tick on a dog. Cut out your frivolous spending, cut out your, if you have 2 cars, go down to 1 car, Warriors. There's so many things you can be doing right now to prepare yourself for one of the biggest financial collapses in history to build massive generational wealth. Okay. But your mental health is really, really important, Warriors. I highly recommend you get into our 3T Warrior Academy, jump in our 120-day challenge. It's all about getting your mind right, goal setting. You should be writing your goals down every single day. Every single day. That's what I'll be talking about on my leadership call today in the Warrior Academy. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. And as we always say, Warriors, rise. If you can do me a favor, send this video to somebody who you know who's struggling to move into this quantum financial system. We'll talk to you soon.